Welcome back to the Gulka Farm channel here. Today we're talking about and taking you along with me as I put a flatbed here in my Ford Ranger. So what I've already done is took this bed off it. The bed's in, pretty fair shape, but it's just 6 bolts around here. And it wasn't that complicated. A couple plug-ins, and then I painted this thing black, and then I had to take a couple pieces off. That's why it's missing there, but it doesn't look too bad. And I got this 4x4 green treated post that I'm going to be drilling in here. I'm going to make it about almost 7 foot wide on the bed. Got this in here, but I got 2 long bolts, so what I'm going to do is wait until I get the top piece on and bolt it on there with it, and then I got to bolt this one on about there. So I got this set up where it's gonna go. Where's my tape at here? I don't know. 2 feet out. Push about right there, which is definitely wider than the truck, but just what I decided. Some even. 2 foot outs right there. I don't know. Got it set up here. My saw. Got the line there, 2 foot. Got the bolt holes in there, and I'll cut it. Got that bolt there to hold me. A little over 2 foot. Should have cut it a little more off, but 1/4 inch too far. But regardless, I think I'll just leave it about right. And then I'm gonna put probably another one here. That'll be. I'm gonna put another one here so I can put the license plate back there. Then I'll try to figure out something here. There's another bolt hole here, so gotta figure out something. All right, so here's my new idea. This bolt is too long, so I gotta thread it on there, and I'm gonna cut off the end of this bolt and then keep tightening it until it's the right length, because I don't really want to go get new ones, and like $1 each, so I thought I'd just try to do this here. So I got the vice grip there, and then I cut it off, put this back on, and I just turn it. I'll let you know when that goes. Alright, got the first one in here. Got her tightened down. It worked out alright, even though I bought them before I even knew what I needed. But now I'll do the other one, and at least this is going somewhat good. Well, I did get this one in here, but this side is just a little bit sloppy. I don't know why. Like, the threads aren't quite long enough, and I can't. Like, this one's stiff. This one's just a little sloppy. So my plan is to lift it up, try sneak a wooden shim in there. No idea if this will work, but tighten up a little bit here, so kind of worked, I guess. Let's try it over here. That should just stick right in there. Take a hammer. Probably not the approved method, but sometimes you just gotta do what you gotta do. See the slop on that now. I mean, ain't bad. So next plan, if I take this here chain, you need a safety chain. Something goes wrong, you hit a big bump, this thing wants to pop up. If I get this chain, maybe just down here kind of by the hitch, or I could get it down in here. I'll probably bolt it or something. I'll put it through there. It's kind of hard to do with one hand here, but I'm trying. Oh man. Anyway, get this through here, wrap it through there, and weld it down on there. And then you hit a big bump or something, flies up, still connected to your truck. Hopefully that's the plan. So I'll hopefully get this set up, and you can watch me. It wasn't really working anyway. Regardless, let's take these 2 chains, put a bolt through them to make it a little more temporary. And regardless, keep working along, try to get my next piece cut up here. I'm thinking, see if I can try doing here. I don't know, because this one, I think that this is going to be an issue, and it just seems kind of overkill to have 2 in a row like that. So I gotta think here. Yeah, the shims seem to be working. I'll put a bolt in there and get back on my way. Well, here's my new idea. Put this on here, give this a little more extra grip to. Then I'm gonna have to put on another board that runs in the front here, kind of making the bumper, because I obviously need to put on some brake lights, things like that. This is an issue. Doesn't quite fit right there. Or maybe go above it. I don't know. This would work, like it does work, but I'm wondering how do I get a bolt in there, because I don't know if you can see, but it's very hard to access that. The other side's fine, but this one, that's probably where I might have to be, but it's gonna be hard. But I think just so I got this little extra scrap piece, I'll put them right there. It'll be flush with that, and then should be pretty good to go. So I'll do that now. So I got this one set up here. I had to bring the bolt in up through the bottom. I'll go ahead and put that down on her, and then, gee, I don't know, the next one should go there, and then still thinking, I think I could make it work here, just be kind of hard. And then this, I'd have to do something custom with a 2x4 or something or another, get something. But I think if you got 2 good sturdy places for your boards to meet up on, maybe one in the back here, well obviously one in the back, that's part of it too, but there you got the chains on her. I think we'll get there. Okay, got that on there. I'll cut these threads off as flush as I can, and then I drilled in 2 like 2-inch torque screws there, and then I'll set the other one up here in the next clip. I mean, a fair start, not great, not bad, just getting there. Well, this is just kind of the way it's going to be. So this here is about 6.5 inches, and then outward I got a little under 2 feet, and then this side is at 2 feet. I look at it that way, looks about right, I think. And that's just because of that fuel tank, and the thing's kind of dipping here. And this side, we're only 5 inches from that metal part. And then I made my mark at 2 feet out, so I think I'm just gonna have to cut it. And I just think that's the best place to put it, and I really don't have much of another option without spending much time in drilling more holes in my frame and stuff like that. I mean, you're gonna need one there anyway, and I don't like, it's not that bad. See how it goes. All right, I cut down this bolt. I got in that hole, so I know that'll work now, and then that one will be easy. So I can go ahead and cut this board now, mark out the holes, and drill those out. I'm glad I got that figured out, because I was kind of worried about that. Got this put on here. Now I'm just tightening this down. And I got that one cut too. I'll get that one lined up and put in. And then, I don't know, I'll have to see if the boards, and I put them on here, I'll put them up there flush and just see if it's worth anything. I don't know. Just kind of trial and error. Got this one cut off. Now I got this board put on. That's how we do it. Get the grabber up there, and one guy holds it and the other guy twists it like that. Put 2 screws in there again. Now we got the worker out here, bud. Getting it done. Now we're about ready for the boards to go on. Maybe need to put another chain on, but I think you can put his train right on that drive axle. That'd be damn secure, bud. Back here the next day. Looks like it might rain, but there ain't much water sitting around, but that's where we're at, bolted down here. First thing I'm gonna do today, take these, try to get these out and see if I can reuse these or if I gotta buy new brake lights. I don't really want to do that, but I'm hoping I can use these ones. That's my plan. Let you know how that goes. We're getting it. That bolt is very tight, but we got that one. And I went underneath there and took all that wire harness off, and then I unplugged it from that brake light over there. So I'm hoping to spray this down with some Panther here and hopefully get it out after that. But other than that, it was pretty easy. All right, got them off. Let's go see if they work. I don't know. See that? I see ya. Ah, geez. Can't really see it, but it's working. There we go. Well, random new idea. Got this random piece of tin. Try to tack it here in my body. These, what are they called? The cab corners are rusted out, so I thought, you know, I got it. This truck is beat. Might as well give it a try. Or you know how it goes. Well, this is looking atrocious, but what's done is done. The door closes. The welds really did not want to stick. Kept burning through it. But I mean, it's there. And I ordered paint, so I'm going to paint it. And I mean, better than a hole, I guess. It'll probably fall off on the road, but for now, that's the way it's going to be. Well, let's take now and inspect what we got going on here. Same deal. Ain't great, but you know, might as well put some tin on there and try to fill it up. Well, I ain't really proud of it, but that's where we're sitting at right now. Maybe get some glue and try, because man, it just kept melting through. Brother milking about got her stuck in the mud, so she got a little dirty, but this one is even worse. I don't know, man. I might have to just rip that off, but I mean, regardless, it's on there. It's on there. Got a little plate in there too. I gotta get another one there. The next plan is, I'm not gonna do a full bar because the gas can's in the way, but I'm gonna go from here to out here, and then I'll do another one from here to here and screw those together and probably put a bolt there, a bolt there. So I need to buy small bolts, bolt there, and a bolt there. So then, after that's all said and done, should have plenty of supports there. And I'm hoping maybe I could shimmy a little 2x4 or something down there, keep this up. That's about where it was, huh? About like that. So if I, let me think, I don't know. I'll just try to get a board here, maybe get a smaller piece there, and then get another one there. I don't know. I don't know how it'll work out, but I gotta get around that somehow. And then, yeah, I'll just go from there. I'll have to think here where I left off. I think I was talking about putting a post in there, but I found the posts I had, let's out of the way. The posts I had were too big. So to get out of the fuel tank, I got these smaller boards that go just around this cap. Then I put a 2x4 on the top. This is some old lumber I found, well, some guy gave me. That's why it's a little messed up, but yeah, I got that on there. Now I'm working on these outside walls and putting this together now. Yeah, I'm gonna have this here. Then next I'm gonna cut this board. It runs along there. And then, yeah, I'll go from there. Yeah, these are the posts I had. They're like 6x6 or something. I don't know, they were big, 6x4 maybe. But yeah, just keep cutting, chugging along, cutting these. Yeah, I had to scrap that other idea. But you know, I think we're getting there, and she's pretty sturdy thus far, so I'm pretty happy with it. See where we can get to. Got the back one put on. Ain't perfect, but it's there. We're getting there. Now we just pretty much got to put the middle ones in, and that's the easy part usually. Alright, I got this baby now because my new plan, I got this board. My gas filler, it probably wants to be at about that angle, I would think, to make sure that hose doesn't get pinched. Take this board, drill a hole in it about a foot. I think I measured, so it'd be about right there. Make a 3-inch hole. And take that clamp off, pull this out, feed that tube up this hole, and then put it back on the top, and hopefully that'll work. After investigating this thing, I kind of just thought that this was just straight up what it was, but there's a whole nother tube inside of there. I just don't really want to get into that. This cable broke, let's replace that. So I'm going to take a Sawzall and just cut that back, so then it'll just kind of sit there like that. Hopefully that's not an issue. Something I don't want to break and pay for if I do break it, so we're just gonna leave it a little simpler. Well, that sure ain't pretty, but it's there. Yet again, I mean, it's in there, you know. Maybe bring it a little more that way, but it ain't too bad. Maybe, I don't know. It's kind of in the way though. That's the problem. But I'm not really into adapting this too much if I don't have to. I think that'll work. I got the next one cut, and then I got these two nuts hanging up. So I pounded on them. I got 2 marks here. Where's the first one? Right there. I got this one. Should be that one right there. So I'll just go ahead and drill that out and hopefully it lays flat. Got that laid down flat, and now get going on the next board. This one is probably going to interfere with this chain, unless I can, I don't know, we'll see what we can do here. Looking pretty good so far though. That one fit in there nice and snug. Get that one screwed down and just keep working along here. The next one will be a problem with the chain, I guess, but ain't a big deal. Probably thinking, let's see, I can measure how much we got left here. It's probably, I'm hoping it's a pretty even divisible around 9. If not, we're kind of in a world of hurt. But see it in the corner to there, we're at about 44.5 inches, which is not great because what are these boards? A little over 9, 9.25. Yeah. Okay. You know, I'm not too great at thinking on my feet here, but might be in a little trouble here. But hoping it just kind of works out. 9.25, 18.5, 27.75. The next one you'd be at 37 inches. Oh, that's actually not that bad. If I just, maybe I'll have to put little gaps. You know, these last ones I might have to trick around with a little bit. They ain't gonna look great, but I'm not really in that business. I just want something cool here. It ain't going in a museum. And hopefully bale's covered up most of the time anyhow, but I mean, we're getting there. So I got this one, and I went ahead and did this one because I want to see what we got here. I grabbed the tape. What does the guy got here? Hopefully something around 27. Come on. No, but what we do have is about 24. So 24 inches. 9.25, and we got 18.5. Yeah, that's not great. Definitely not great. What you might have to do is make big gaps, move these other boards over. I don't know, split it out, we'll see. Well, it looks like it'll fit with like 2 more 2x10s and a 2x4, but I'm also gonna increase these gaps a little bit because probably would need that for whatever drainage if it would expand or something. So not my best idea, but I don't know. Well, we decided to just go back, take these boards off, make some gaps because needed to put gaps in them. And now we got these like 2 as a template. It's probably about an inch gap, but it's better than having some random 2x4 or a big gap or something. So yeah, I'll just cut another one and we're getting there. Got Ron here putting in the last bolts. Got all the boards in. It ain't great, but it's what sheet's gonna be. I got the sander out, just sander down, and then we'll coat the bed with oil. Got it about sanded as I needed or I want it, so start painting with oil now. Got the oil going on here. I think it looks pretty good so far. We'll just keep moving along. Pretty sweet. Well, walking around here now, this is finished product in terms of the varnish or the used motor oil. And then currently working here on these lights. I got this whole rake handle, and she's just snug as a bug on a rug on that thing there. I mean, it ain't good, it ain't classy, it ain't right, but it's there and it's fairly solid. Might want to put something on that, I don't know. And I'll just do the next one and should be done with her. Got the lights on here now, on these poles. Start her up and see if we got lights. Kendra, they got lights? Yeah. They work?
Yeah.
The blinkers?
Yeah.
Check the other one. Check the other one.
Yeah.
Alright, they work. There we go. Here we got, I would call the final project. This needs some work. Maybe needs some new brake lights, but they're there. I ain't getting pulled over because I don't got brake lights, and I'm happy. There she is in all of her glory. I don't think she looks too bad. I'm gonna drive her up to the gas station here and see if our fuel hose thing still works. Give that a try. Be both at the gas station. Seems like it's working. Should be, what are we paying? $2.89? Nothing crazy. Man, this baby, she's just something else. There's another flatbed. Fellow enthusiast, maybe. Yeah, it seems like she's going in there. A guy told me that it ain't gonna work if you don't get it quite right, so seems like I got it quite right. So they're happy with that. Just to give you like maybe a walk around, think about her if you ever think about doing this yourself. I mean, 2x12s, I already had them, so those are free. Screws, I already had them, they're free. Screws aren't expensive. The posts, they're a little more expensive at the building center here, but those are about 20 bucks each to make the foundation there. And then, let me think here. The motor oil, that was free. Well, not free, but it was used its purpose, so I ain't paying for it anymore. And then, this is obviously free. Pretty much the whole thing is free, but I don't know what 2x12s cost, but it really wasn't bad at all. So appreciate you guys watching, and hope you enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching.